A fool never kills his prey. He never does. A fool never kills his prey. He only ends up being eaten by that prey. Remember that. Welcome everyone to Snap Talk Live on this afternoon of Thursday. As a matter of fact, it's October the 2nd. I have my admirals and my generals right behind me. Facebook, you just have my background behind you, right? And the reason why on this Snap Talk edition that I have the admirals and generals behind me is because I wanted to talk about something. And a lot of people thought that, I was very soft on President Trump and Pete Hegseth. And I wanted to talk about this. I actually wanted to cover this. And I know nobody's on and no one probably will be on, but let's roll this scenario. Let's keep going through this motion, right? Because hear me out. Hear me out, okay? Okay, so we have this situation where, like I talked about this on the show, and just like other shows, I talk about various topics also. This is my show, Snap Talk Live. Been doing it ever since, created this in 2012. Unapologetic, interestingly beautiful, unapologetic talk, and that's how it's staying. And I wanted to talk about a few things as I have my admirals and generals like right behind me just for a little bit. I wanted to say this, a fool who thinks they know everything knows absolutely nothing until they have to know everything, right? Think about it. So when I was thinking about what I was going to say today, there's no need to even beat people up over the head for what they said or what they didn't say at this meeting, right? Absolutely not. We already know what it was about, how it was going to go down, what was going to be said, what was going to be done. We already knew that. We already knew that. And I'm not backing down from what I'm saying. Yes, Pete came out looking like a gosh damn GQ model. Dewy skin, sexy looking, whatever you want to call him. Yes, yes, yes. Pete Hegseth did. The Secretary of War. Yes, and guess what? We are at war right now, everyone. We are at war right now, whether you like it or not. We're at war with ourselves. We're at war with our own country. We're at war with our own civilians here in the United States of this America. That's why I got my admirals and generals. That's why I got Pete's admirals and generals behind me. I was thinking about, the brawn of a military when Pete was saying about, no more fat people and this and that. Well, guess what? I'm here to tell you that in a situation of critical thinking under pressure, and you're just worrying about brawn and the looks of someone and the looks of your soldiers, and they got to be brawn and they got to be strong and they got to be confident, right? But guess what? What about the knowledge when our soldiers are under direct pressure and have to have critical thinking and have to have a mind and have to be intelligent to pull through that task? Because as you see with Putin's soldiers, yes, they were brawned up, strong, and guess what? Did they have knowledge to back up and get themselves out of situations? Absolutely not. So along with saying, yes, we have to do our PT every day, which as a matter of fact, can we look at this picture right behind me right now of all the admirals and generals? Let's take a look really quickly at this picture. Let's look at this picture. I saw a lot of admirals and generals that looked up in age, like they were 60 plus, even to 70. Now, I would like to know how in God's name a lot of these gentlemen are going to be doing this PT, physical fitness that Pete wants these gentlemen to do every day. Did they look happy? Did they look happy? Not a goddamn one of them applauded. No one. No one applauded for this. Because I'm going to just break this down, and no offense to Pete Hegseth, because guess what? When you get a job, you have to learn a job every day. No matter if you started out a platoon leader or not, right? In front of generals and admirals. But guess what? Yes, you started out and you were a platoon leader. I'll give you that. But now it's time from being the platoon leader to now you are the Secretary of War. So you shouldn't even mention that you were platoon leader in front of admirals and generals. Absolutely not. They don't want to hear about it, because guess what? You're in front of men and women that are so confident and so strong and been through ranks that you never, ever could ever achieve. But now you're up at that status of being their boss. Right? So when we're up on stage and we're looking like GQ, and obviously they realize that, yes, you were a platoon leader at some point in time in the military. Yes, absolutely. And you're sitting there and you're standing there and you're up against admirals and generals with, I don't even know, stripes. And look at this man's got more. Look at this man right here. He has got more medals of honor on his chest than any of us could ever achieve in our lifetime. Any of us. No matter if you're president, no matter if you're the Secretary of War, no matter what. This man's got more stripes on him than no joke. Do you think he's sitting there and listening to somebody that was a platoon leader? Now his boss, the Secretary of State, saying that, we got to go against our own kind, and not Putin, by the way. Absolutely not. No, Putin thought our country was hot. Hot, not. But we didn't say we were going after Putin. We didn't talk about Three-Eye Atlas coming. We didn't talk about a World War III knocking on our door. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, we stood up there and literally went after our own country with brimstone and fire. No joke, no lie, I wouldn't make this up. We went after our own country with brimstone and fire in front of all of our admirals and generals. And do you think their faces looked happy? Think again. Boy, Pete, I pray to God that you and President Trump go and look through all the pictures that you've taken and seeing how disgusted the admirals and generals looked. They didn't applaud at all because there was nothing to applaud about. When you're talking about sending the military to democratic states to practice or whatever you're doing, that's platoon level of ignorance. That's platoon level of ignorance. Okay, let me break it down. That's platoon level of ignorance, and they know it. So did they sit there and roll their eyes? Absolutely not. They just sat there in disgust. As, what is all this finger pointing, Trump? Our country is under stress right now. We are, literally a government shutdown. And all we're doing is posting clownish, goofy stuff about our opponent. And we're doing dumb, childish bullshit over and over again because we're so immature in this country right now that there is not a gosh damn intelligent person at any level. Seriously. We are so immature at right now. It's an utter fucking shit show. It's a shit show. We've got our president posting over and over again goofy little sombreros. I mean, it is so gosh damn childish. Wake the fuck up. Are you not childish or what? You are so fucking childish. It's not even funny that our admirals and generals are even looking at you like you're goddamn stupid. And you're about to fire them because they know you are stupid. When you restrict, okay, let me get to this, everyone. I saw this documentary way back many, many years ago. And this is no joke. I think CNN done it. It was about one of our soldiers. It was many years ago. This soldier was raped. It was a guy. He was raped over and over again when he was in the military. And he tried to get help and nobody helped him. Now, what I am trying to say is that when we restrict our soldiers or anyone at our, thank you, North to be, thank you. And when we restrict our soldiers to not be, it doesn't matter what color they are, because he was white and he got raped repeatedly as a soldier by, who knows? I don't even know. The documentary was so intense. When I find it, I will actually show you. And this is why I'm telling you that, Pete, you should let people, when you restrict people from not allowing them to report something, an incident that's happened to them, whether it's rape, whether it's unjust on the job, there is a wide open gap of repeat offending and hurting our own troops that is unshakable. So when you don't want somebody to report an incident and they're a soldier, do you realize our soldiers are being raped in there? And there's guys also. This guy was a guy. He was a big, strong guy. I'll have to show you. I'll find the video. But he was raped over and over again. And I mean, this is sad. And you all are sitting in the comments acting so childish and immature. Go ahead. Beat me up over the head, because guess what? You're leaving Hakeem alone, right? You're leaving someone else alone. I can handle it. Go, give me all you got. Us blacks, get out of here. Give me all you got. Okay, just give it to me. I ain't worried about it. Thank you. If it gets it off your chest, please do it 10 times more. Post it 10 times more. How you don't like us black folk. How you don't like us. Post it. I want you to put it down in the comments, because that'll help you to relieve whatever you're going through in your mind. Okay. But when you restrict people from not being able to send you to report incidents that are happening to them, do you realize this is not going to be good for our soldiers? Because a lot of soldiers will be abused even more, because they know that the door of reporting an incident is out the door. So Pete Hegseth said, right? It's out the door. He don't want to hear it anymore. He don't want to hear any reports. But listen, when he was a platoon leader, I'm sure that if he had an incident, he would want to report it. Truth or false, right? So, I mean, we're right here in our country now where, I mean, it's scary. I mean, we're in, the government shut down. Everybody's blaming the other side. Nobody's getting shit done because you're too busy making little tiny memes and calling people names, and it's so freaking childish. Right? It's so childish. I cannot understand how, I mean, how are we going to get through this if everybody's so fucking childish? And this pointing and the 2028, fuck this shit. A president only gets 2 damn terms and you go. You know, there is no more. There is no more. You only get 2 terms and it's time for another president. Right? 2 terms. Do you get this? 2 terms. I'm sure other presidents were sitting in there and they wanted more than 2 terms, but they didn't do it. They were amicably, when their terms were up, when their 2 terms were up, they got out of there. Amicably. They didn't just go trying to make hats up. They didn't go try to do everything imaginable to stay in that fucking office. Absolutely not. Would you like if Joe Biden done this? Would you like if Obama done this? Hell to the fucking no. Absolutely not. This is why these generals are looking like this. Because this is childish bullshit that's actually happening in our country right now. And I'm God serious. It's no joke. And you want to talk about us black folk. Go ahead. Go ahead. Just talk about us. Go ahead. Because it's you that are doing it to this country. But you don't want to say that. No, blame it on everybody else. But who's doing the childish shit in the White House? Who is? Who's making the goofy little memes with the little mustaches and... Oh, it is so childish. Beyond childish. But yet, no, it don't blame us black folk for that. We're not the ones who's fucking doing that. This is honestly no joke. Hands down, the most. I can't even explain it, everybody. I've never seen this immaturity level in my life. And you stand up there and laugh because people are losing their jobs. Yeah, and it's gonna happen maybe even today, tomorrow, next week. It could happen. This is nuts. And you can't make this stuff up. I mean, are we in God's serious candy land here? This is childish bullshit on every level of the freaking scope of our United States. This is childish. Our military doesn't even deserve this. Our country definitely don't deserve this. This is sad, everybody. This is actually sad. This is actually sad. Yes, it's happening to everyone. I did not say it's just happening to black people. It's happening to everyone, and it's not funny. Everyone is losing jobs or housing, their cars. And guess what? This isn't a black or white thing. This is an American thing that our president of the United States of America should be handling instead of making little memes about Hakeem Jeffries all goddamn day. This is about our country. This isn't even racist right now. Everybody's falling apart. It doesn't matter if you're white or black. People are losing jobs for real. It's saying this is not even, I am for all of us races. This is serious stuff that's going on. We have the White House shut down. And we got a president that's tweeting goofy stuff out. Am I making this stuff up? Am I God serious making this stuff up? If I am, please, then tell me. Tell me. We've got leaders that are telling our military to go after us American citizens. It doesn't matter what color we are. I saw an older white lady get pushed down, beaten up. You can't make this shit up. It's not just us black folks. It's all of us. So you got the military going and acting and being police that they don't want to be because they're not police. They're not police, and they don't want to get in the middle of this. But they have to listen to the commander-in-chief, who is posting all this goofy stuff about Hakeem Jeffries over and over again. You can't make... come on now, everybody. And I don't care what president is in that would be doing this. I would be saying this same thing. I would be saying this same thing. And I am God serious. I'm wondering how many admirals and generals have literally have to leave. Look at him. This man looks like he's 70 plus. A lot of them look, there's younger ones, but a lot of them are seasoned and older admirals and generals that aren't going to be able to get through all this stuff. This isn't funny. And this is what happens when you take inexperience with highly experienced and you put them in a room and you get bullshit. You get this look right here of this gentleman. That's the look you get. It's really sad, everybody. A fool that thinks he is number one and can rule everyone will fall in the end by his sword that he's wielding. Do you understand? No, but we keep going with dumb stuff instead of working to keep our country running. No, we're making little memes now. Let's do a little mustache. We ain't got time for this shit. Can somebody stand up down there that's immature, that's mature? I mean, God's serious. Because I ain't seeing nothing. Something's going on here on our country. Something is happening to where our admirals and generals are looking like this. No, I don't know how we're going to survive this, everybody. I mean, we would damn near hope AI and 3i Atlas would come and just take us out of here. If we have to deal with this, we might as well hope and pray to God that 3i Atlas, seriously, will put a whoop ass on us then. Woo, sorry. One moment, everyone. Oh my God, I got so mad that this flew. Sorry, everybody. I got so, I mean, I hit this thing so hard it freaking flew out. It really did. I don't even care what you say in the comments, what you want to say. Get it out, do it 10 more times. I ain't worried about it. But this is what happens when you're standing up there in front of admirals and generals, and yes, that's what I did when I was a platoon leader, and you're talking to goddamn admirals and generals about when you were a platoon leader. They don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear that they're fat and ugly and old. And there's got to be standards. Listen, Pete, when you're running a military, not everybody's going to fit that GQ bill. I can tell you that right now. Intelligence usually comes in nerdiness, right? Usually comes in the nerdy look. And when the shit goes down and you need critical thinkers and you got all this brawn and no brain, what you gonna do? I mean, I'm just keeping it real. Look at Russia. Russia lost probably over 100,000 troops from all brawn and no goddamn brain. I mean, what are we... oh my God, okay. And then we have enough nerve to talk about fucking Joe Biden hiding in a basement and can't find his way out. Where we talk about that, right? Right. That's okay to say that. But then we got our president tweeting little memes with little whiskers on it. When our country's falling apart and right. Our country's falling apart, but no, you want to put our admirals and generals through a test, strap them up, see if they're loyal. I mean, oh man, oh my God, please, Jesus, please hold me back, Jesus, because I'm about to just you know what I mean? I don't, you know, oh gee. I'm just keeping it real. I'm honest to God, I'm just being truthful. I can't even, I've been nice. And I am nice. I don't back down from what I said before, but now it's time to get real here. Because now nobody ain't realizing what they're doing and how foolish this is. Do you know a fool dies by the sword that they are planning out for others? I mean... And then let's get back to this real quick. I mean, you know, I can't. I got to do art after this later on just to even, you know, circle my brain around. Because, you know, you're talking about standards, everybody. Come on now. Let's talk about standards. Let's talk about the policies. Hold on a minute. Let's talk about the policies. Let's talk about policies. Just let me get through this. Let me just throw these notes up here. Let's talk about this. Hold on a minute. I got it. I got this. Let's talk about this. We're looking for, it's all about the policies. There's no more woke. We're talking about policies now. We're going to follow it. This job is life or death. Remember this. And the standards must be met. Yes, Pete. Yes, Mr. Platoon Leader. Yes, the standards must be met. Hold on a minute. Let me catch my breath. Listen, I got no more weak people. No more people with a brain that got goddamn sense. No more of them anymore. No, because they're the critical thinkers. And you know what? They don't look good. It's not aesthetic because they don't look like the mold that they want in this army now. They're not aesthetic. They don't fit that mold, that look, that stature. No, they're too brawny and brainy and they're critical thinkers. Absolutely not. But when you're talking about policies and you gotta, and standards, and we gotta set this, right, Pete? Standards. Everybody standards. President Trump standards. You want everybody else to go by. And warrior ethons and whatever else and everything. And I mean, seriously, everyone. Is this, what's happening here? What is Godsmack happening here? If you follow our president on his social media page, I mean, you're going to believe, you're going to know what I'm saying. And I'm not being rude, I'm being real. I'm not being woke because this is absolutely no joke what's happening. And you want to put our admirals and generals through a goddamn test that none of you couldn't even pass? This is serious stuff. We have got our own military. Not our police, everybody, but military throughout the United States. Overriding our law enforcement. The military does not want to be in the middle of this, everyone. They don't. And it's not fair to them. Because they have to act like police and they're not even trained like police. They're trained like soldiers. That's two different things, Trump. Our military is trained for military, not policing. And that should be up to each state. How they handle this with their policing and their policies and getting more police. And we don't get our military in the middle of that. That is not fair to our military. As a matter of fact, it's not fair to our admirals and generals to even be placed in a position where they have to fight their own people. But guess what? Guess what? No, we're not fighting Putin now. We're not going after Putin. God forbid. Our country's hot. Oh, we definitely can't go after someone who says that he's a fucking dictator and says our country's hot. No, we gotta get after our admirals and generals. Not Putin, who actually doesn't like us, never will like us, and never will be us. This is sad, everybody. This is actually sad. This is sad. This is sad on every front. And I mean, I'm even soft about it. There's other YouTubers that went in harder than this. I can't go to the ignorance level because it's just too much. It's too much. We see it. It's too much. And I'm not even going to that level because it's just way too deep. It's way too much. No, Matt, it's not that. I like everybody. Every president deserves to run the country the way they want to. It's not about being... See, this is the goddamn thing with the world. If you disagree with Trump just 1 inch, everybody thinks that you're so against Trump, and that's not true. It's not true. I am just picking out points that, my God, things that look at what is happening. That is so childish. It's not about whether somebody likes Trump or not. This is the falsality of some people saying that because you disagree with him. Just because you disagree with the president, that doesn't mean you dislike him so much. That means that you just are disagreeing with what he's doing. My gosh, this is the unintelligence of some people. That if you disagree with the president, it doesn't matter who he is. Oh, God forbid you don't like that person. It's safe to say you don't like him. It's nothing to do with a dislike or like of a president. It's the ethics that they want everyone else to live by, but they're not living by. It's the standards that all of them want every American to live by, but none of them live by. Doesn't matter who it is in the office. Not just Trump, it's other people too. Other presidents also. And it's really sad when we're seeing this. We can't even get along. We're in a shutdown here. A government shutdown. Matthew, have you seen the posts that Trump's posting when we're in a government shutdown? Have you seen them? Have you seen the little mariachi memes? When our country is sitting here in dire straits, people are losing their homes. They are actually losing mobile homes. They can't even handle that. They're actually losing their campers. No one can afford to live. No one can afford to breathe anymore. It is getting scary. And just like I said, our president is posting little memes while our country's falling apart. We're going at each other. We got the military on their own civilians. Do you think the military likes that? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And it's really sad. It's really sad that it comes down to whether you like Trump or not. It doesn't have anything to do with it. It doesn't have nothing to do with it. Nothing. And this is what people create. As soon as you say something that is your opinion about Trump, God forbid. God forbid. We're falling apart. I mean, we're falling apart. And I just wanted to break this down because, you know, it's all about the current laws. Okay, the current laws right now, okay, prohibit. So I don't know why Trump, there's this government shutdown because they don't want to put stuff through because these bills through because they think that the healthcare will cover immigrants. That is not true. The current law prohibits the government from doing so. So they're saying that you know, they want to put stuff through on the other side, and it's all for the immigrants. When in reality, the Democrats can't override that. It's a law in place. I mean, are people in government not understanding their positions and not understanding the laws? I don't understand this. Like, I'm God serious. Like, some of these people act like they don't even know what they're doing or what the laws are. I'm just a little fucking YouTuber and know the law better than some of these people do. I mean, this isn't funny, everyone. This is dire straight serious. When people are in high positions that don't know what the heck is going on and what the laws are. Before they're jumping and going, well, they just want to pass stuff through that to help the immigrants, which they can't do. Oh man, wow. And under the laws, the federal laws that are currently enlisted right now, prohibits immigrants from even getting the health care coverage. It prohibits them. But I don't know why Trump doesn't know that. Why don't these people know this? I mean, this is stuff that's regular stuff that they should know. And our government shouldn't be shut down. No, this ain't funny. People got to go back to the drawing board, because obviously there's a lot that they're not knowing about, and it's really scary. Obviously, there's a lot of laws that Trump and them don't know about, they don't. Something's happening here. Something serious, because we're running amok. We're not doing stuff right. And all we're worrying about is fighting one another. Like, what is up with this? Like, wanting to fight one another, wanting to get the police after our own civilians. What is going on with this, where we want to hurt each other? And then we end up hurting everyone. It doesn't. When you think that you're hurting one set of people, you're in reality hurting everyone. Do you realize red states right now, every single red state in the United States is worse off than a blue state right now? Do you realize that? And I'm not lying to you. Look up the statistics, look up the analytics. It is the God's truth. Over all the craziness that's going on, they're hurting their own party in these states. By the stuff, I'm not making this up. I wouldn't lie to any of you. The red states are hurting. A lot of these people lost their jobs, their food stamps, their everything. The red states are taking a beating right now. Like it's no tomorrow. The red states are literally taking a beating. And I'm not making it up. So when it's just, we're going after the blue states. No, you're going after the blue states to try to have everybody fighting and hurting one another. But in reality, what is happening is it's tearing the other states, such as the red states, down. And everyone's losing jobs. People are losing their cars, their trucks, their homes. And this is a real thing that's happening in the red states. And so I'm here to tell you, I think this is why they're trying to not have an election, because even the red states, I'm being God serious, are sick of this. People have lost their jobs that have voted for Trump. And the red states are falling apart right now. And it's no joke. You can look at if you don't believe me, look at the statistics. The red states are actually worse off than the blue right now, by far. And we're attacking blue states right now just to get back at our opponent because we don't like them. That's childish. We gotta work together and not divide our country up. No matter if you don't like someone or not, you don't just go after their state and go, I'm gonna go after you with the military. I'm gonna get the military after you. I'm gonna get the police after you. I'm gonna get ICE after you because I don't like you. These are the blue state. I mean, if Joe Biden or Obama done this, freaking people's heads would roll, right? They never even done that. They never done that. But yet, I don't know what is happening here that we want to fight each other, but we're not even saying that we want to fight Putin. We're not even saying that we want to fight Putin. We're not saying that we want to back up, and do that. We're scared to death of Putin. He hates our fucking guts. But we're honestly scared to death we are scared to death of Putin. For whatever reason, there's something going on. There's something serious going on. Why we're not saying a damn thing about Putin who hates our guts. Something's not right. Something's not right. When we will send our own military after us own citizens, no matter what color we are. But yet Putin gets this pass to just treat us like shit. Our own soldiers had to roll out a red carpet under this motherfucker's feet. Do you know that? Did you see that? I'd be goddamn if I'd let any of my soldiers roll out a red carpet underneath that motherfucker's feet. I don't give a fuck if he has nukes or not. So do we, right? And we're so afraid of him because he has nukes. Is that why? We have nukes too. Why are we afraid of him? We're a country that's strong. Why are we afraid of Putin? There's got to be something going on here. Why are we so fucking afraid of that idiot? No, absolutely not. Because guess what? He thinks our country is so hot. Yeah, so hot. Not. And we're worried about the aesthetics of everything. So hot, not. Yeah. Exactly. Hell, even so Trump says Sleepy Joe wasn't even afraid of Putin. Exactly, Monkey Joe's. Joe Biden wasn't even afraid of Putin. And Putin did not even mess with Biden. It's awfully weird. It's so strange. Putin didn't mess with Biden, Sleepy Joe. But yet he really is fucking with Trump, isn't he? That's weird. I'm telling you, this is all weird. But Trump, you got to get back into running this country and stop being childish memes. It's too much. It's too much. It is, God's sake, too much. It's over the top too much. Forget about all the little posting memes. You got to post about bringing our country together. That's a true leader. Not bringing the soldiers. The practice. No, this ain't no practice run. This is life. This is real life. This isn't no goddamn photo shoot, Pete. This isn't a GQ magazine run. This is serious shit. This is war knocking on our door. This isn't serious. Do these generals and admirals look like they are happy? Absolutely not. Do they look like they're happy sitting there? They didn't even clap for Pete at all because it was just complete and utter not craziness. I don't know. The behavior, I mean, we got to change something around here. But what about making peace in our own country instead of divide? What about making peace right here in our own country? We've got our troops, our actual soldiers in our states up against us own American citizens. That's sad. That's wrong. That's making peace when you don't do that. It's making peace when you can reach out to a Democrat. You may not like what they have to say, but you're the president of the United States of America. Reach out to your own people with respect instead of a goddamn Mimi with a little mustache. We don't have time for that. Our country's shut down now. The world's looking at us like we're stupid asses. And we don't have time for that. I mean, it's really sad situations here. It's terrible. No, it's not against crime. That's why we got police. Then why do we have police forces? And it's all about crime. Let those states handle their own situation. Our military has nothing to do with being a police officer. Nothing. Nothing. They're not even trained like a police officer. They have absolutely nothing to do with it, and they should not go against us own citizens of this country. Yes, they're war fighters against people that are against us, not against our own selves. And that's what it's looking like. Against our own selves. We got our military, not against Putin, God forbid, but against our own selves. How is this looking to other people in this country? How is this looking? Even to our own police force. That is degrading. When you're sending our soldiers, like our police aren't good enough to patrol. No, see, there's something happening here. I don't know what are we going to do? I mean, what is going to happen when we get into grips of war? NATO wants us in it. And I'm going to tell you something right now. Everyone, if you're 18 to 25, I can reassure you that something go down, you will be called. You will be called. This is sad, everybody. This is a sad situation. Sad day. When we have people that are acting so immature. A strong leader does never act immature. A strong leader stands strong in the face of adversity. A strong leader doesn't put his own kind and his own people, no matter what color is in their country, down. They lift their country up. No, we're just trying to be all these dictators and rulers, and I'm the president. I can do whatever I want. If every president thought like that, our asses would be in big trouble. Now, what's going to happen, everyone, when a Democrat gets in and they start ruling the same way that our administration is ruling now? Because we've got a midterm coming up here very soon, which more than likely all the Democrats are going to win. Because people are sick of it. People are literally getting sick. I mean, it doesn't matter what race you are. Everybody's sick of this stuff right now. The midterms are going to turn this shit upside down. And that is why no one wants an election, because the midterms are going to flip this script so bad. And they don't want that. And it doesn't even have to be like this. It really doesn't. The disgrace that we're doing to one another, it doesn't matter what color we are. Everybody's tired of it. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, green, purple, hateful, happy. Everybody's tired of this stuff. And as a matter of fact, everybody's lost jobs. It doesn't matter if you're racist or you're not. You're happy, you're sad. Everybody's lost jobs. Everybody. Everyone's lost jobs. And everybody's sitting and looking at what's going on. And it's getting sickening. And it's a shame, everybody. I don't even know what to say at this point in time. And we fight each other up over the heads. And this is why I'm an independent. I could never be in either one of those parties, because the Democrats and the Republicans are fighting each other like dogs. I mean, oh my God. I've never seen nothing like this. This is a dog fight. I mean, they don't care. This is a dog fight. Oh my God. Oh, we could just pray for our country. Pray for our country. Yes, I'm anxious to see. And if you're an amicable president and if you're confident in your ability to be a president and a leader, then you don't worry about trying to rig elections or figure out how to cheat election, because you know that if you're strong enough and your base is strong enough, that you would win. There's no reason to move lines around and stuff, right? There's no reason. If you're a good leader, you can stand there and have a fair election and not worry about the results, because the results would be in, right? And you wouldn't have to worry about getting somebody to rig the election, because you're a strong leader. And guess what? You know your base, you know your place, and you know that you're a winner. You don't have to worry about rigging up stuff. If you're tough and you're strong, you don't have to worry about rigging elections, because you got that, right? You have to worry about nothing going on. If you're tough and you're a strong leader and you're confident, confidence is a person that, guess what, says, let's have an election fair and square. Let the chips fall where they may. But no, when you got to rig up stuff and everything to go in your favor, now, you're scared of competition. Somebody that is a leader is not afraid of competition. And when they don't win, they let the gavel down and shake the other person's hand and say, congratulations, you won. That is a true winner. And that's a real leader. When you can run a race and run a fight, whether you win or lose, you're an amicable person, and you can shake the other person's hand and say, thank you, that was a hell of a race. But no, when you're going to be starting to do the blurred lines, and moving lines, right? I mean, got to move lines around and stuff like that. Something wrong. Something's going on. Something's not right. something's not right. And if you're talking about, how do I make it? There's so much stuff to talk about. If you're talking about the rules, okay, I want to get to this really quickly. The Pete was saying about stupid rules of engagement, and what he meant by that was in war. Okay, so if you're in war up against the opposite person, and they're shooting fire at you, well, in the United States, it goes through a chain of commands to get through that you can start firing on your opponent. Okay, and so the reason why the rules of the engagement were enlisted was because to protect people that were innocent, and that so they would not be in harm's way of getting hurt or killed. So when you take, so some of that could be flexible and teetered, because yes, you want your military to not have to go down a chain of command to be able to protect yourself. That's wrong. I agree. Some of that stuff, those rules need to be tweaked. But guess what? We can't just obliterate it, because it protects innocent people, innocent children, innocent families that did nothing about anything, right? And so we can tweak it. Yes, I think it needs tweaked. Okay, I'll be honest with you, that needs tweaked. Because, a dear friend of mine was in war and said that needs to be tweaked, because you just can't, right? But, you cannot only fire, yes. But that was so that you're not shooting people or hurting people that are innocent. So that cannot just be, we can't just go, that's stupid. That's not a stupid rule. Yes, tweak it, but not eliminate it, okay? And also, with the rules of people reporting incidents, that is dire straight, Pete. That you should never take that rule down. Because how would you feel as a platoon leader and something happened to you, or you were being raped in the military? Wouldn't you want to be able to report that to someone? And if you were not able to do that, then that abuse would still continue. And there's a lot of our military, believe it or not, that are being raped and abused, even by high-powered people, by various people in charge. So it is real. It is, and so that is viable. That is in. No, Paul, stop it. It is the truth, because I know people that have had this happen to. So it's not true. People are being hurt. Not at no high. We don't know the rate. I have no idea the rate of that. But when you go to report an incident at your job, right? The job has to, you go through a situation where you report it, and it gets handled through there. And that's the same way with, being a soldier. If you have an incident, you have to report it. And if there's no option to report it, well, then that's not fair to the person that's getting hurt. It's not fair. And as a matter of fact, we're going back to hazing. That is the most dangerous thing to bring back into play, because a lot of our soldiers have gotten killed over hazing, and it's by there's other soldiers that are bullies. That's not a good. If you're a soldier that's not, that's not aggressive, and you got these ones that are headstrong and stuff, you don't know. My Uncle Howard was in the service, and he told me so many stories. But please, you cannot, you got to have people be able to report things, or else we would lose probably a lot of military soldiers to suicide if there's not any reporting, because the abuse that maybe some of them would get would be so unbearable that they would just kill themselves. So, you know what I mean? That you can't, there's some things you got to use logical thinking on, Pete, right? You got to just sit down and logically think about things before you go taking things out that are very critical to the military. You got to sit down and you got to do this critical thinking. You got to sit down and know our country's rules. You got to sit down and know what the hell is going on. If us YouTubers, okay, think about this. If us YouTubers know more about the laws and everything of the government more than people in government. That's not good, right? That's not good. I mean, God's serious. That's not good. That's not good. You got to sit down and be logical and be that critical thinker. It's just, it's scary. But, Trump was attacking women in the military from there. Yeah, he was. And it's not right. And I said that. Didn't you watch my other show where I said that it was not right? But I really think, everyone, just by looking at a lot of the generals and admirals, they're older men that have been in there probably, their whole lives. Look at this man right here. He got every medal on this earth that none of us could even ever achieve in our lifetime. Do you think this gentleman here, this admiral, this soldier, will be able to get up look at this man. He got everything. This isn't no game playing. When you call the admirals and generals up for a meeting and you're up there saying that you are a platoon leader, that is not cutting it with these admirals and generals that have sacrificed their lives to hear this rah-rah speech, right? From somebody that's up there standing and saying they were a platoon leader. You're talking about these people that have been in this service longer than you were living, Pete. And you're giving them a little rah-rah, hoorah. They ain't trying to feel all that. This is serious shit. This isn't no pony. This isn't no one-trick pony here. Our military is really, it's sad what is happening. It's really sad. It's really sad what's going to go down, because I'm telling you right now, as I sit here, a lot of these guys will not be in the military very much longer. I guarantee you, this man right here, all of them that you see that have gray hair, that are older. There was a lot of older gentlemen in there. You know, they've been in there ever since they were 18. I'm serious. A lot of them look like they were in there their whole life. You know that Pete is getting rid of them. They might as well just retire and just don't even worry about this crazy stuff. It's ridiculous. Yes, it is ridiculous. Everyone up there had to earn this stuff. See, this to be an admiral or a general, you just don't. If you get handed that, then shame on you. That's not something that just gets handed to someone. These men and women been in the service probably ever since they were 18 years old. These older man, this older man probably been in, he got every stripe, star, everything you can ever imagine. He's probably been in ever since he was 18. And now these new policies, there's older men look older than him. I don't know why they haven't retired already, because it's seriously, listen, even the state police. It's the state police, the Pennsylvania State Police. You reach 60 plus, your ass is out of there. They don't care if you're a top notch. Listen, right? No, I'm just joking. I'm God serious. They don't care if you are, they don't care if you are top notch, person. You're out of there. At 60, you are out of the Pennsylvania State Police. There's no exception to the rule. You are gone. 60 is pushing the age, and it probably will lower it, if you know what I'm saying. A lot of these guys really probably should have retired, a long time ago. Because they really are. A lot of them are up in age. I don't know, I don't know what, oh man, oh my God. Okay, we'll see what's happening with all this. Seriously, we'll see what's all going to go down. But in the meantime, everybody, an amicable person, and ending this show for right now, and I'll do art later, and who knows what's going to happen by the end of this day. I don't know if, but listen, By the end of this day, it could be something else. And something else, and something else. Because it's always something, because now our country we're on a government shutdown. An amicable person, an honest person, a just person is a person, a leader. He takes pride in his country. He takes pride in everyone in his country, not just some, but all. A true leader does not look down at anyone because they look different. Never. A true leader is someone that can stand tall and look each person in the face and go across the aisle and shake everyone's hands, even though it may not agree with what they are saying, right? But a true leader is someone that shakes the hand of the opponent. A true leader is someone who doesn't put the other political party line down, no matter how bad they are, no matter how much you don't like them. A true leader is someone that stands firm, listens with an open ear, doesn't point nor judge, and gets deals done. They're not a deal breaker. They're a person that gets things done for a country. And they're not one-trick ponies that just worry about their good and they're for the sake of just them and just who is in with them. No, a true leader's for all, not for some. A true leader don't wreck his crew. He don't wreck his country. He uplifts his country. He doesn't turn his military on his country, but he turns the military to the country who's trying to turn against us. That's a true leader. A true leader is someone that wants our country to thrive, not be broken by politics, by justice, by race, by creed, by color, by religion, by freedom of speech. Because a true leader knows that all those things matter to every one of us. That's a true leader. United we stand, divided we fall. Remember that. Have a blessed day.